Before you even think about buying a 2016 Nissan X-Trail, pause for a second and watch this. Because this SUV is everywhere in Zimbabwe right now. From school runs, road trips, to daily commuting, you see it all over our roads. But here's the real question. Is it actually still worth your money in 2026? Or are the people just buying it because everyone else is? Today we're breaking it down properly, from the exterior design to the interior comfort, and most importantly, what it actually feels like to drive on Zimbabwean roads. So let's get into it. What's up everyone? Welcome back to Zim Auto Reviews, the channel for Zimbabweans by Zimbabweans. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because we bring real, honest reviews that make sense for our Zimbabwean market. Today we're taking a deep dive in the 2016 Nissan X-Trail, a car known for comfort, space, and everyday practicality. But does it still hold up today? Let's start with the exterior. Now we'll start with the front design. The X-Trail has a surprisingly modern look. Even though this is a 2016 model, you've got a nice Nissan signature V-motion grille right there, finished in chrome, and honestly it still gives that premium SUV feel. And the lights are very nice, slightly aggressive, and depending on the spec you get the LED daylight running lights, which really elevates that presence of the car whenever you're on the road. And let's not forget the safety. This car comes with automatic braking features, which is that one there, which you also find in the SUVs like this one, and a front camera as well, just under the Nissan logo there for automatic braking when driving, making it a very beautiful car indeed. Now from the side, this is where you really understand what this car is about. It's clean, well proportioned, and very balanced. Not too big, not too small, and most importantly, the ground clearance. I mean, let's be honest, in Zimbabwe, that's not optional, it's essential. And you also get all the space, which is excellent for long trips, business trips. This car is really built for day-to-day practicality. The alloy wheels give the car a strong, confident stance. The side moves are well sized, and here's something pretty cool. They integrate into the 360-degree camera, which makes parking much easier. This looks very good. It's got all this chrome around the car, subtle, which adding just that extra bit of class. And the parking sensors are all there, which obviously helps and aids you when you are parking in tight spaces. So you got the sonar detection, the 360 camera, the parking sensors. What else would you want? This is an amazing vehicle indeed when it comes to safety and practicality. And now we go to the back. At the rear, the design is simple, clean, and very functional. Big tail lights there, wide boot opening, and everything just makes sense. Opening the boot is easy. Either use the button under the handle there, or use the sensor that you find there. Overall, the X-Trail isn't trying too hard to be flashy, but that's exactly why it works. It's timeless, practical, and still looks good today. Lovely. The boot, so this is your boot, which is quite big and quite large, right? And to make it better, the moment you lay your seats down, it's very easy to do. Now look at that. Look at all the space that's just been created by me dropping that. This is amazing. A lot of space and perfect practicality. Now, even to make it better, it even came with these extra space underneath here. You can use these to actually create space for those of you who want to make shelves on the car itself, you can actually do that, and you set it up with the shelf. Nice. So when you're closing it, you just press the button and then the door closes on its own. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Amadzadiwa Zimbabwe. This is very, very nice. Something chiri practical, chinoafodeka or chinokwana budget dzedu. I think this car has done very, very well. We go inside the car. Now, stepping inside, our first impression immediately, you will notice one thing: space. This car has tons and tons of space. It was clearly designed for comfort and practicality. It doesn't feel cramped. It doesn't feel complicated. It just feels easy. Even the space above my head, there's a lot of space indeed. And if you look at the dashboard is clean and straightforward. Everything is exemplary, exactly where you need it to be. Simple, straightforward, and does the work. The steering wheel feels solid in your hands, and you've got controls for audio, cruise control, and driving settings. It's not overly luxurious, and if you feel the dashboard, it is plastic, but it does look nice, and it is very, very functional. And honestly, that's all that people need. The infotainment features, depending on the model that you have, you get this inbuilt infotainment system. It does have touchscreen capabilities and everything, and it's plugged in to the reverse camera. So if I was to start the car quickly, just to show you what it does, all right, if you engage it in reverse, it then shows you there's your sonar and the 360-degree camera use coming in place there. Very, very nice from Nissan there, and it works. It's not the best infotainment system in the world, and it's not very modern or new, but it is practical and does what you need. I mean, it still has the old turning nodules there to turn the volume up and down, and then you've got your aircon and all of its buttons there. So yeah, it's an alright infotainment system. It gets the job done. It's obviously not the most modern, but it does look good and clean. So overall, the front makes it look pretty nice with a combination of all of that. So as you can see inside the car, it's got this amazing cluster right there. It's a push to start, which is pretty cool. We've already spoken about the infotainment system. You've got power, you've got USB port, auxiliary cable, and a power source. And you also have another power source here in this compartment here. All right. The seats also come with the heated component. So all these seats are heated seats, which is actually pretty solid, especially in winter season. Everyone knows that a little heat goes a long way. You've got all of these buttons here. Right, so that one opens the boot, the witness traction control, automatic start and stop, the eco mode function, and the key to open the boot also gets activated from here, which is actually pretty solid. I like it. So now we're just gonna go in to the back seat, just see what it's like sitting in the back seat of the vehicle itself. All right. So as you will notice, the back seat is quite spacious. All right, so you can sit. As you can notice, there's a lot of space between me and the driver is already pushed all the way back, as you can see there. So that means this car has got a ton of space. There's a view of it there. Beautiful. I like that view. It actually makes it look pretty modern and nice. But yeah, the space in here is amazing. So yeah, definitely this car was made for functionality, and that space makes it all the more better. That makes it nicer and more elegant. All right, the material on the seats is this sort of leathery feel, right? Leatherette. But yeah, it pretty much helps in making the car look and feel like an elegant SUV inside. All right, let's go in the back and see what we can do with the back seat there. Now, let's talk about how this car actually drives. 2016 Nissan X-Trail comes with a 2-liter or a 2.5-liter engine. Both of them paired with a CVT gearbox. Right, kataura nechokwadi. The CVT gearbox has its own issues, and vanhu vakawanda have been very, very vocal about it. In fact, my drivers akawanda don't even like the CVT gearbox. And the reason being, it requires extra care to maintain, more than the automatic. But again, it's not so bad. Because ukachengetedza zvakanaka, regular service, correct fluids, inokuchengetedza zvakanaka. But here's the greatest mistake that people make. Sports car. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a sports car. That's where your problems are gonna come. This car, nice and smooth. No zoom. You'll find that this car will perform very, very well for you. Now, driving in the city, this car is very, very easy. Steering wheel is very nice. The controls, it's got all of these controls that are amazing. The visibility up front is perfect, and the handling of it is actually very, very perfect. Whether it's a school run, you're going to work, you have no stress at all. This car is very, very good. And mentioned earlier, long distance driving is perfect. You will not feel very fatigued. You're very fatigued. The seats hug you very well, and you will not feel or suffer for it at all. Now, performance wise, let us be honest again, it is not for sports behaviors. This car is made for smooth driving across the road, nicely going. So if you hit your accelerator way too hard, what you're gonna find is that you see, look at that. Here, so that's where the problem is as well. The fuel consumption on this car, it's a 2-liter engine, which is very, very reasonable. The 2.5-liter engine will give you a little bit more power, but as we well know, more power means more consumption. So depending on what your preference is, but I would say the best would be to maintain the 2-liter one, whether economy right. So city driving, moving from town to work and everything else, this car is very, very good. Now let's measure the road comfort. Right, this is where it gets kind of mixed. The suspension for this car is actually quite decent, right? But what they've done is they've given it a sportsy feel. So the suspension has got a sporty feel, and because of that, what you'll find is it sacrifices a lot on the road. So it sacrifices the bumps. It's not terrible, but I feel like they could have done much better job, especially for a car that's supposed to be practical. On a smooth straight road, you'll be perfect, but you will feel the bumps into anything else that has an item. So it's a bit of a trade-off, right? But all in all, I must say it is a very solid drive, and you will not regret actually going on the road with this car. I mean, it's smooth, the drive is very nice, I feel it. I'm actually liking it quite a lot. Very, very nice. Very, very nice indeed. Now, the one thing we haven't actually done is listened to the speakers and the radio itself. So we're gonna increase that just so that we can hear what the radio or the infotainment system actually sounds like. It's connected to my phone via Bluetooth, and I'm on a Mercedes-Benz or a BMW. But again, this car aimed for functionality, and I think they've done that very, very well. All right, everyone. Cheers. All right. Now, after all of that, we're now going to go into the pros and the cons of this vehicle. So in summary, what we've come to realize is the pros: it's a comfortable ride, spacious interior, good ground clearance, and modern features. The cons: the CVT gearbox concerns. That's a major one. Fuel consumption could be better. And it's not a sports car. The infotainment system as well, practical but not modern. But apart from that, overall this is a pretty solid ride to buy, and I would actually go out there and get one of these for myself. And now the final verdict. So should you buy the 2016 Nissan X-Trail today? Here's the honest answer. If you're looking for a car that is reliable, comfortable, practical, and built for everyday Zimbabwean life, then yes, this is still a very solid choice. The car is not about speed, it's not about showing off, it's about real life, and for the Zimbabwean who loves their clearance, and it's a favorable price to buy it at, it just makes sense.